Monongahela Rivers. We're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
180.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Off play action, Goff. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A gain of 26 yards there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So 1st down from the 41. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap here to Goff. It's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. He's got it near the 8. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
He's got it. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing again, it's gone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
319. Wind out. You got 58. 319.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. His first throw is an interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions set the big return onto that pick. Look at this. They've got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
First down and goal to go at the 10-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, Goff. Pass it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Gibbs can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. On 3rd and goal, Goff. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
258.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
319.
They'll go again with Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Here's Rodgers. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Get 300. Blue 58. Green 98.
Rogers from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
The members tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Hey, you block over here. Green 18. Jumbo. Green 18.
They'll go for it. Rogers. He's got it to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Green 18. Green 18.
1st down. Here's Rogers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Now Rogers on his 3rd and short. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Blue 58.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
From the gun, it gives to Gainwell. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's now 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Blue 58.
Off play action. Here's Rogers. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get their first points of this game just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Sailors now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He's back to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and
Here comes
10
Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, one play remaining in this half.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Calvin Austin on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Warren here to start the third. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
319.
Rodgers to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
258.
Throw here, 3rd down. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Offense to the line fast. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
26. 258.
He'll throw it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Brought in close to the 8. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
What's up?
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun. Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Boston on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
319. Split 15.
Play action here with Rodgers. Gets everything he has under this one. This is caught inside the 15. Offense in a hurry up here. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Looking quickly here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 3
Rodgers off the play action. Austin's there to haul it in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
3 yards.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Warren will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Options are open here, and this is 2nd and inches. Running for it with Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Steelers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Rodgers trying to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Play action here with Goff. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Goff. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Motioning the tight end left. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Value 3. We go to line.
Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Oh, he lost the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. The 30. He's at the 10. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers take a fourth-quarter lead.
Well, this winds up holding as your game winner, and I almost hope it does. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I just love what it illustrates, the want to from this defense to go and finish. Anytime, anywhere, anyone. You don't know when that big play's coming, but you got to deliver, and they just did.
21. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Sailors now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10.
180.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Lions losing by 4.
First down, Lions.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Goff off the play action. He's taken down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Finds Isaac to Slaw, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now. That one complete to St. Brown. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. They'll look to throw it. Screen here for Gibbs. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. All right, here we go. Second down. Here he is to throw. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Steelers 25.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Austin on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Setting up to pass. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Green 18!
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
It's 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
He connects downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap.
1 second left.
It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good. And at the buzzer, they forced overtime. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime.
And nice clutch field goal. Wow, on the Steelers logo.
Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And that one flies right up past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Came back 14-0.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
Green 18. Green 18.
They'll start the drive with Warren. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
58. Green 18.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Green 8. Right now. You got 58.
Warren once more. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Blue 58. Green 18.
3rd and long for him here. It's caught. That's Steelers. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down.
Blue 58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Green 18.
Here he is to throw. And this one's incomplete. That could be the shift, Brock, that decides this game. They turn it over on downs to begin overtime.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Oh, big interception here. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. Okay, now both sides have had a shot, Brock. Neither offense could get the job done. Looks like it'll be one of these defenses that wins them this one in overtime.
Yeah, give these crews defensively some credit here. It's hard to play defense in overtime, but both deliver, and now which offense, Kate, can go and capitalize and finish this game?
And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. It's a screen play to Warren. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Wide left. Get 300. Get 300.
Warren here from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play.
Now they'll call a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Now to throw. They're going screen here. This is Metcalf out wide. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short. Just about a yard to the marker, so they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Inside. Yeah, this.
A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd, as they'll have none remaining in OT. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And they only needed a field goal to end it, as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
I'm never nervous. Fire, fire, fire.